the children were very little, I agreed to go on a school trip to a local zoo. A whole day of trudging behind a load of 5-year-olds who didn't care if I was there or not, in the pouring rain, with loads of other mothers who also didn't want to be there. On my day off, while my toddler was in childcare, I was exhausted. I had an absolutely terrible time, and I felt full of resentment towards my other half because he worked full time, so he didn't have to volunteer. Now, I thought I was being kind, volunteering, but actually I was trying to control people. The teachers, the other mums, my kids. Not control what they did, but control what they thought of me. And I see this everywhere, both in medicine and in parenting. We call it being helpful. It's actually, please don't think I'm selfish, because if you're in a high-stress job, if you're a nurse, a doctor, senior leader, you've probably said yes to something you had absolutely no capacity for. Could you just squeeze in one more patient? Can you just cover this clinic over lunch? Or can you just fill this gap just this once? And you say yes when every cell in your body is screaming no. You tell yourself, I just don't want to let them down. And so many doctors tell me I'm just such a chronic people pleaser. They say it almost proudly, like it's a badge of honour, as if it proves just how altruistic we are. Look how caring I am. Look how much I give to other people. And of course, everybody likes people who give all the time. Look at Major Tom and how amazing people thought he was. But underneath that shiny surface is something a little bit darker, because people pleasing often isn't kindness to other people, it's control. You're trying to control their opinion of you. And it's the belief that if I can just keep everybody happy, nobody will ever think badly of me. And if we're really honest, underneath is fear. Fear that if you say no, they'll think you're lazy, unhelpful, or even selfish. And here's the really uncomfortable bit. It doesn't only happen at work, it happens at the school gate, in our families, with our friends, all the time. Let me give you a few examples, because it's really good to catch yourself doing this in real time. So here's one about work. You take on that extra task, even though you're at capacity. You're already running on adrenaline, caffeine and guilt. And you say, yeah, I can do that. And you're thinking, well, if I say no, they'll think I'm dumping on them or not pulling my weight. Then what happens? You're exhausted. You don't do your best work anyway, because you literally can't. You feel resentful, and then you just judge yourself for not doing it perfectly. So you've protected their opinion of you. You've decimated your own opinion of yourself. Okay, next version, home. And I've done all of this. It's 11 o'clock, you've done a full clinic, you've sorted dinner, you've answered all the, Mum, where's my PE kit for the next day? And now you're baking cakes for the school fete for a cake stall you just didn't want to be on anyway. You're telling yourself, oh, I'm just doing my bit for the community, but you're not doing your bit. You're auditioning. You're auditioning for Mum of the Year. You're trying to control what the other parents will think when they see the cakes and you on the cake stall. Same with staying up half the night, hand sewing a World Book Day costume because, God forbid, your child goes in wearing something from Tesco's in a plastic bag. And we call it love, but a lot of the time it's just fear. They don't care what they wear. In fact, they would quite like that Tesco's outfit. It's fear of judgment, fear that somebody will think we don't care enough. Is that care, or is that just opinion management? And if you've got ADHD, this can go nuclear, because I have this real impulsive, yes, I'll do it, followed by the panic and the shame spiral when I don't do it, or I don't do it right, or I leave it to the last minute. And you go from, yeah, I'll be amazing, to I'm failing at literally everything, often within 24 hours. And it's not just mums, it's dads, it's team leaders, it's managers. We do a slightly different version of people pleasing. If you're leading a team, it can sound like this. You know, somebody's gossiping or missing their deadlines or not pulling their weight, and you don't call it out. And you're telling yourself, I just want to keep things really, really friendly. I don't want to be the bossy one. So you avoid the conversation, you pick up all the slack yourself, and you call it being supportive. But what you're really doing is protecting how the team sees you as the nice one, the approachable one, instead of protecting the health of all the team. And that's not leadership, that's image management. And it's the same for all those extra things that you sign up for just because you think you should, not because you have the time, but because you want to be seen as the reliable one. And you want the story about you to say heroic. Lots and lots of different roles, but the same motive. I'll run myself into the ground so nobody ever thinks anything negative about me. So let me just say that to you again. I'll burn out so that you don't have to feel mildly disappointed in me. When we say it out loud, that's ridiculous, isn't it? But that's what we're doing. But here's the thing, trying to keep everybody happy, that's not kind, it's control. You're trying to control what other people think of you. And this might feel a bit challenging, but that is not your job. And it is literally not possible to control what other people think of you. You can't control somebody else's opinion of you. Their opinion, that's their thing. It's their story, their expectations, their guilt, their bias, their 3 hours of sleep, their argument with their wife, their hangover. That is not in your zone of power. It's in their zone of power. And every minute that you spend trying to manage their opinion of you, you're just abandoning yourself. It's like overwatering somebody else's plant. Well, your plant is quietly dying in the corner. And we tell ourselves, well, I'm keeping the peace. No, you're keeping the performance. And what is the cost of keeping that performance? The cost is you. And this really matters, because here's what I'm seeing in healthcare professionals and in teams, that people are polite, they're agreeable, they're endlessly helpful, and they are absolutely full of resentment. And that resentment just leaks out, and it leaks into your tone with your patients. It leaks into how you speak to your colleagues, your families, your kids, the people you love the most in the world. It leaks at home. And it leaks with the people who didn't ask you to martyr yourself to the school fete. So when you keep choosing, well, don't let them down over don't let me down, you slowly disappear. And then you wake up one day thinking, well, I'm doing everything for everybody else. Nobody appreciates me. Actually, nobody asked you to run at 150% capacity. That was your doing. You volunteered because you were scared of being seen as only 80%. And that's the hard truth. So here's your 60-second experiment for this week. And this will change things. So when a request comes in, big or small, I want you to pause just for one breath and ask yourself this. Am I saying yes because I actually want to? Or am I saying yes because I'm scared of what they might think if I say no? If it's that second one, practice disappointing them kindly, clearly, and don't over-explain. For example, saying, I just don't have capacity to take that on, full stop. Or even, I can't volunteer for that school trip because that's my recovery day. Or, I can't see that extra patient, I'm at capacity, full stop. And please don't add, well, unless you're really stuck. Or perhaps I could rearrange, or do get back to me if that doesn't work for you. Or, sorry, I am awful because I do know everybody's busy. Do it cleanly, do it in a boundaried way, adult to adult. Because if you have to choose between disappointing yourself or disappointing somebody else, disappoint somebody else every single time. Because you can repair mild disappointment, but chronic abandoning of yourself and your own needs, that's hard to come back from. So here's a line that you can steal so you're not trying to think it up while you're in your fight, flight or freeze zone. Just say, I'd love to help, but I don't have capacity for that. And I don't want to commit and then let you down. And I love this sentence because it's really honest. It protects your energy. It makes it very hard for somebody to argue with. And you've reframed overcommitting as the real letdown. So you can use it at work. You can use it at the school gate. You can use it with that WhatsApp group that's just trying to get you to do something else or volunteer for that pickup on Friday night. So let's just shift how we see ourselves. You're not the fixer. You are not the always available one. You're not the good girl or the good guy, the super mum or the saintly parent that does it all, or the clinical leader who does it when no one else will. You're a responsible adult who tells the truth about your capacity. People don't actually need you to be perfect. Your patients need you to be safe. Your team needs you to be sane. Your kids need you to be present. And your friends need you just to be you. So here's your mantra for this month. So put it on a screen, post-its, on your phone, whatever. I choose authenticity over approval. I choose being me, meeting my own needs over people-pleasing, over approval from other people. So your scorecard for this month is not how many things did I say yes to. It's how many times did I tell the truth about my capacity. Now, this isn't selfish. This is actually calming our nervous systems down, staying in your zone of power. So just a final thought, there's absolutely no point in everybody else thinking you're amazing if deep down You knowing that you're not meeting your own needs and you're hovering around burnout. That kind of respect from everyone else telling you you're amazing, that's really hollow, and it goes into resentment really quickly. Resentment is a total relationship killer, whether it's at work, at home, or even with yourself. So this month, disappoint somebody else kindly instead of disappointing yourself. Because you're not here to be universally approved of or hero worshipped. You're here to be well, to be honest, and to still be like yourself when you've done a full day's work. So if you know that your people pleasing is secretly just trying to control other people's opinion of you, try the mantra instead. I choose authenticity over approval, and learn to disappoint other people, not yourself.